welcome to Acapella Adventures, giving you 8 minutes of solo actual play to test the ideas for the Meroch Module Ormegarten, episode 039. Our main characters are Igor Steinmann, a Russo-German themed Dwarven character. He's kind of a thief guardian guy. We've got Wolfsbane, who's a human spirit mystic inventor, very experimentalist, and Wyesley, who's an assassin, smuggler, sort of adventuresome type. Bit chaotic. He's got a mimic sword by the name of Stephen, the adventurer. Accidentally trapped by Mac, they're trying to figure out what the heck is going on. They're headed to town to sell some found materials. Sold some, haven't sold everything. Battled some random monsters and other opponents before heading to the keep. On the way, they encounter signs of civilization, Fox the Halfling Ranger, and the town, as well as allies, which is not surprising. Trying to pass near parts of the cultivated area, they discovered a woodsman who got trapped by a rotten tree, who helped them get in touch with Alice the Medusa. Alice has helped them a little bit, but eventually they made their way to the keep, found Gertrude. Gertrude is seriously interested in getting things done, especially against the Blue Merchants Guild. But she knows the best way to defeat them, unfortunately, is to go back into the dungeon. So that's where we're at this point. They're currently exploring the town. Frostbeard was talking to them, and because of Wyesley and Gertrude sort of telling each other everything, the player characters have a better idea of what's going on. Alright. I think they need to resupply for a little bit of travel. Head back to the dungeon and handle things like that. They still have a couple places they need to check out, though. It's at night. They're going to take rooms at the inn, start out in the morning. I think it's about time we have that dagger make itself known. Igor's carrying it. He knows that dagger was magical, as well as the ring on the bad guy, but someone else has that ring. The problem is it's not going to be the same, because that does have it. No, it shouldn't be Wyesley, because Wyesley already has a talking mimic sword. He's probably going to get a little hungry, steal some soup while Wyesley eats. And did it go to Mac? Mac can use it. Mac got it. So it's actually the weapon's going to reach out to Mac and start talking to him. Mac is not going to be certain whether it's an AI or magical item. Unless he casts a tech spirit, which is not a question. So let's see. Let's actually look at his spell list. In Chrome and Meroch, spell list is going to be a lot shorter than your typical D&D campaign. We have Compel Spirit, Detect Power, Spirit Search, Spirit Sight, and Spirit Speech. I think he's going to just turn on Spirit Sight, look at it, figure there's some spirit in there, but it's probably also set up enough where it could pass off as an AI inside a tiny device. That's a miracle of miniaturization. Now, the dagger originally had a purpose. That purpose does not seem likely anymore. In fact, that dagger was his whole character. I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go back to base with this one and see how they work with it to see how it develops. I think that's the correct answer. He has a device. It's interesting. He would probably love to be able to take it apart and rebuild more of them or build more of them. But I think that's way out of his league right now, especially considering the state of technology in this particular universe at this point. Maybe he can make more, maybe he can make fakes and put spirits in them. It's not like question. But there's definitely magic involved. He definitely feels like there's tech involved. So what does it say? It's going to tell. It's going to vibrate a little bit in the sheath. That will attract his attention. Mac will basically get sort of the bone connection hearing thing trick working. Dagger can do a little bit. Dagger can definitely vibrate even when nobody's touching it or holding it. Which, I mean, you've seen similar things in fantasy before, I'm sure. And Mac has reliable tech weapons and armor. That's something unusual. Okay. That is not very common for a spirit mystic. It's not impossible, but like, I think he's got the dagger. So the dagger's probably going to actually work for him really well. So the dagger's going to reach out to him and go, someone has taken me. What are your goals? What do you want to do? Why do you have a dagger? And Mac's going to be a little weird. He's going to be a little thing like that. So he's actually going to use spirit speech and speak to the spirit directly, so that way he can kind of weed out the AI influence. And the spirit seems to be curious. It has the goal of removing undead because they're not natural order. Or at least they're not part of the order it considers. It probably, I mean, it depends on your point of view in the world, but it's disliked by many people. So, Mac's going to figure out, while he's resting up in the inn, that this weapon has goals to find and destroy undead. And it believes there's a great deal more undead things inside Ormegarten. So this dagger's been somewhere inside Ormegarten. And we'll find out more next time. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.